I will.
We'll be working through the recess, and as I mentioned, I think the complaint gives us a pretty good roadmap of allegations that we need to investigate. There is a whole host of people apparently who have knowledge of these events that the whistleblower makes reference to. Now, we don't know how many or any of them that have already been interviewed by the Inspector General. We will be having a subsequent hearing with the Inspector General, which we have requested, so that we can determine what he was able to find in his preliminary investigation. We're obviously going to be bringing the whistleblower in, and I was pleased that the director committed to having the whistleblower come in as soon as the clearance issues are resolved for the Whistleblowers Council, and that we have the commitment of the Director of National Intelligence that there will not be some minder from the White House or the Department of Justice or anywhere else that is instructing him what he can and cannot answer or what she can or cannot answer. We want to know what role Rudy Giuliani had in all of this. We want to know what role Bill Barr had in any of this. We want to know what Ukraine understood was expected of them before they even had this July phone call with the President of the United States. So we know what we have to do, and of course we'll be guided by the evidence that we find along the way. But we are profoundly concerned with the breakdown of this whistleblower system that has been manifest over the last month, that a whistleblower who was deemed credible, who had a complaint that was deemed urgent, that a complaint that was intended to come to Congress would be withheld to Congress, and would do so on the basis, would be withheld on the basis of advice given by the subject or subjects of that complaint. The conflict of interest is all too apparent, all too palpable. The complaint goes further, obviously, than the record of the call, in that it also alleges that there were efforts made to conceal this scheme by moving communications onto servers that were designed for an entirely different purpose, that were designed, in fact, to contain communications of covert action and other highly sensitive and compartmented intelligence information. We're going to move as expeditiously as possible. Of course, it's been the history of this administration prior to this very graphic exception of the publishing of this call record and the provision of the complaint, the declassification of the complaint, that this administration has attempted to obstruct our inquiry in any way and in every way. But we will be working to conduct this as swiftly as possible.
And so it's simply an allegation. The prosecutors on the other side did a good job of making judge and jury of the allegations. But, the witness said all the information's out there, so everybody gets to read for themselves and make up their own mind.
I mean, but this build an impeachment case, in your opinion?
No.
Why shouldn't the committee talk to the White House lawyers who allegedly, according to this complaint, were trying to conceal this information from getting out into the Congress?
Committee, led by Emperor Schiff, can investigate whatever. And I'm suspecting that he was laying the groundwork based on the last 20 minutes of conversation with a witness, rhetorical conversation with a witness, that he's simply laying the predicate for why the committee should investigate these allegations.
And you're okay with that?
Yeah, we're part of the committee to make that happen.
With the president, he's trying to get back into the 2020 election.